Hey there, everypony. Today I'm going to be addressing the first episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, firmly titled Friendship is Magic, Part 1. While I don't know how particularly good at this I am, I recently learned that I do enjoy a good discussion and sharing my views, understandings, and my perceptions of the My Little Pony universe. I'll be the first to admit that I'm actually not too fond of episodic discussions on boards such as Pony-chan because I don't inherently find anything wrong with any episode. Therefore, I can never usually contribute to any discussions. I am good at over-analysis of little details and like to find contradictory things and try to figure them out on my own, using whatever evidence I have. And you can thank Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice for that. Anyhow, that's pretty much what I'll be doing, so let's just get right to it. The episode opens up with Twilight reading a book, with a narrative by Celestia about the myth of Nightmare Moon, which, big spoiler alert, is actually all true. Didn't see that coming. Twilight Sparkle, Celestia's most faithful student, decides to delve deeper into it and learns that the day of the Summer Sun celebration is the same day Nightmare Moon is supposed to make her escape. But Celestia completely disregards Twilight's concerns and asks her to check up on all her preparations. One thing that did kind of bother me though is that Celestia asks Twilight to make friends. Now, I know that's not an inherently bad thing to ask of anyone, especially someone like Twilight, who pretty much just stays in her room all day. But it strikes me as odd that she wants Twilight to make friends while performing royal duties. On top of that, we don't even have evidence to suggest that Twilight is even a proper candidate to be the overseer of the celebration. We do learn later that Twilight loves organization and makes checklists that even double-check checklists. However, considering what we know at this point, all we know is that she likes to study and, from what it seems, isn't organized enough to even find a particular book or two. To say Twilight is organized is to make a prejudiced assumption simply because she's a studious bookworm. Also, Twilight doesn't even live in Ponyville, so why would she invest time in making friends in a town she doesn't live in? A possible answer for this contradiction is that Celestia actually foresaw the arrival of Nightmare Moon. Being princess, it's not like she herself can go and take care of Nightmare Moon. After all, she has a son to raise and subjects to be considerate of. Though, it is kind of her duty to protect her subjects as well, but we can just assume because of the Summer Sun celebration she had her hooves tied. For a lack of a better term. Also,
I knew you could do it.
Could easily pass as evidence regarding her foresight. To assume that's the case, I still don't understand why Celestia couldn't have just told Twilight what she should do, or that she simply must stop reading those dusty books. Sorry. As for why Twilight was asked to go to Ponyville and make friends, Celestia, being an alicorn, had the ability to use the elements of harmony on her own, to banish Nightmare Moon into the moon. If we were to assume that the reason that she could use them alone is because she is strong enough to do it alone, then the reason Twilight was asked to check on the preparations in Ponyville wasn't because Celestia necessarily needed her to be her overseer, but because she was pretty much forced to make friends that would help her utilize the elements of harmony. Speaking about the elements of harmony, let's talk about Nightmare Moon and Celestia. At the end of the episode, Celestia has vanished and Nightmare Moon has appeared. Where did she go exactly? Nightmare Moon pretty much made her escape during the opening celebration, which leaves a very small window of time for her to overpower Celestia, who was supposedly already there. Also, Celestia's reappearance was too grandiose for me to believe she was actually being held prisoner within the castle of the Twin Sisters, or whatever it was called. The only explanation I can think of that would make any sense is that Nightmare Moon has the power to imprison ponies within some kind of void. Thus, when being defeated by the elements of harmony, she was no longer imprisoned. If that's the case, why did Nightmare Moon imprison Twilight or her friends? A possible answer is that she just didn't see them as much of a threat. Even though she was outnumbered 6-1, she's a transmogrified alicorn and didn't fear them at all. This can be supported by her lack of fear when Twilight challenged her alone.
You're kidding. You're kidding, right?
Anywho, that's all I can really think of right now. Being honest, I didn't look back on the episode while making this video, I'm going off of memory, but if you guys enjoyed it, definitely let me know and I might actually make this habitual. If you have any theories or questions regarding the episode, let me know in the comments box below. I'd be more than happy to discuss it with you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.